Hi there, my name's Amna and I'm gonna talk you through and how I would go about building a capsule wardrobe. So I've been talking about building a capsule wardrobe for a few years now and it's becoming quite a big trend in 2024. But the reasons why you should really consider building a capsule wardrobe is one, it would help save you some money, so you know whatever you purchase you're buying with purpose and it's going to fit the rest of your wardrobe as opposed to just buying loads. It's almost like when you go for a food shop and you just buy loads of stuff thinking that you need to fill your cupboards instead of like pre-planning what you're going to eat and just buying what you need. Similar kind of concept I guess, because that's what I do as well. It's a really good way to be more sustainable as well. So it's like understanding what you already have in your wardrobe and working with it. It's also really good because you'll be able to have like a wardrobe where you feel really confident in, knowing that whatever you pick, even on a bad day, you've picked something and you're wearing all your pieces together because all your pieces were bought with thought and it's something that you really love. So I'm going to go into a little bit more about the ways you can go about building a capsule wardrobe. A capsule wardrobe is more about having a wardrobe that really works for you instead of just having a wardrobe full of random shit that you're not going to wear for a long time, which you probably will still have an aspect of that, but having something that really works for you and knowing that you'll go in there no matter what pieces you wear, you're going to look good and feel good because it was all styled with purpose and bought with purpose. I would say when you want to start to build a capsule wardrobe is try and understand what key functionalities you want from it. So when I mean what kind of functionalities you want for it, it's like what are you dressing for? What do you dress for most of the time? What does your week look like and how do you dress for that? Are you more of a social person? Does your work entail being more sociable and you can dress however you want? Or does it entail being more corporate? And how do you dress at the weekends? Is it more that you want more comfort? And do you look for comfort throughout the week? It's all about what your priority is and when you dress. Obviously, if you want to change up your priorities, you're more than welcome to do that. But it's just understanding what key functionalities you want and what you want from your wardrobe as well. So the way I would start is, after understanding what key functionalities you want from your wardrobe, is to go through your current wardrobe and just like almost declutter. So understand, go through piece by piece and look at it and be like, does this bring me joy when I wear it? Does it give me comfort? But even if it gives you comfort, does it still bring me joy? Do I feel good in it? So going through like a filtration system of like each piece that you have in your wardrobe and seeing how it makes you feel, because ultimately your wardrobe should make you feel really good about yourself, even if it is for comfort, whether it's for work or whether it's for chilling or whether it's when you're dressing elaborately or date nights. You want every single piece to make you feel good. So my first suggestion would be to start going through your wardrobe and really taking a moment to feel and understand what each piece brings to you. And if it's not bringing any joy, or if you feel like you're just like sitting in it not feeling good in yourself, then it's time to part way with that thing. And the way I would do it is either try and sell it on Vinted or Depop, or send it to a charity shop, or if there's something that's really sentimental, just keep it. But also I will say, when you are also going through your pieces, if there's something that you are not too sure about, it's not quite your style right now, but you still have some kind of sentiment to it, keep it, because style evolves, you might come back to it. So make sure that you do go through each piece and really try and understand why you want to keep it, otherwise part ways with it. So then after you've decluttered, I would start organizing your wardrobe. So like just organize it in bits like, okay, like what is like, you know, my staple pieces. So for instance, for some people it'll be like blazers, it'll be coats or suits, like whatever your staple pieces are. Just like start compartmentalizing everything and being like, okay, this is this kind of category, this is my trousers, these are like my fun trousers, these are my dresses, these are my going out dresses. So start organizing it and compartmentalizing like everything you have, so that then you've got a clear visual of what your wardrobe's currently looking like, because in that way we can start building on what you already have. By this point you should be in a really good position of understanding where you're at with your capsule wardrobe and what else you need to do to build on it. So you might look at your wardrobe and be like, actually I don't like any of these things, this isn't like the style that I want to have. Or you might be like, actually I've got way more than what I expected. I've got like 3 blazers that are the same, or 3 pairs of trousers that are the same, or jeans, or whatever it is. You'll be like, okay, I've actually got the same things. So now you're in a really good position to understand where you're at with your wardrobe and where you want to take it. Now this is where I would kind of do a little bit of an exercise with myself and understand if the wardrobe really does reflect the kind of style identity that I want to have, or am I needing to upgrade my wardrobe a little bit. It just kind of gives you an understanding of where you're at with your own personal style. So I would just reflect back onto myself and just think, okay, do I want to evolve my style? Which direction am I going in now? What key pieces do I keep looking at when I go on Instagram and I see pieces? What pieces is it that I love? Then I would look at those pieces and start thinking, okay, how do I incorporate it into the wardrobe that I have right now? At this stage, I would take a moment and reflect on what my style is currently, and if it is reflected in my wardrobe and where I want to go. I want to share like my thoughts on when you're building a capsule wardrobe based on if you are more of a maximalist, or if you are a minimalist, or if you're someone in between. So for me, I'm someone a little bit more in between. I like being a bit more of a maximalist sometimes, but sometimes I like to keep it really minimal. So how do I create a wardrobe that fits like that? So like I said, compartmentalize everything, see what you have. The way I want to build my capsule wardrobe is to make sure that you have like a clear kind of colour palette. Dressing as a minimalist, figure out what your colour is. You know, for me, it's like I wear mostly black. It's just a colour that I like and gravitate towards. But also as a minimalist, if you've got like the same kind of colour palette, make sure that when you're buying stuff with like different materials, different textures, because then that will elevate like your wardrobe. Instead of buying the same kind of material in the same kind of colour, you want to elevate it by having different kind of textures, whatever. And then you can also play around with some pieces, staple pieces that are like patterns, or some bold colours that are like, you know, that you like to play around with. But again, this is when, if you're buying something for like a one-off occasion that is quite different to your capsule wardrobe, this is when you can start renting some pieces as well. And like, you know, I'm the founder of the Killer Muse, so my fashion rental app, and then you can have a look at renting some of those key pieces that don't quite go with your capsule wardrobe, and you know you're only going to wear it a handful of times. So now I'm going to talk about being a maximalist. So I'm not quite a maximalist, but I do love a clash of different colours. I'm not very much in patterns as much as I've got this on right now. I've got certain patterns that I would wear. I would never wear floral, that's just not my thing. But when it comes to being a maximalist, your key staple pieces are the things that you buy that are more patterned. Those like really cool blocks of patterns, or things that really clash. But when you're buying your staple pieces for your capsule wardrobe, you want to maybe buy as many bold colours as you can, so colour blocking, so that you can interchange them with different outfits and really vibe with like your different patterns that you're going to wear to make yourself feel more extravagant. And again, with any kind of wardrobe, always emphasise on the styling aspect of it. So make sure you're picking up little bits that, you know, that you love and that define your style, and it's all in the details. So don't buy any, like, even as a minimalist, you want to buy pieces that will really elevate like your look, so that no matter how often you interchange the same kind of pieces together, you can always style it with those smaller pieces that you have, with shoes, bags, jewellery, sunglasses, hats, to elevate like your look every single time. If you're someone like me that is somewhat of a minimalist at times but can also be a maximalist, I would suggest like having favourite colours that you love and sticking to those colours and knowing that they can clash well, and just purchasing pieces that you really love and you know that will go with the rest of your wardrobe. So yeah, being somewhat of an in-between person is a little bit more difficult, because you need to purchase some of those pieces that are a bit extravagant and out there, but making sure when you do buy those pieces that are extravagant and out there, they are the staple kind of pieces, like coats, dusters. Those are my tips for building a capsule wardrobe. But I also want to set a challenge, because I'm trying to do this for myself. Not that I'm someone that buys a lot, but I'm going to set myself the challenge of doing the rule of 5. So you might have already heard about it, but the rule of 5 is a challenge of only buying 5 things this whole entire year, but you can rent as much as you want and you can buy second hand as much as you want, kind of like what was it, Slimming World, but for fashion, I guess. So I'm going to set the challenge and let me know what your thoughts, if it's something that you're going to try doing. I would also love to know what your kind of shopping habits are, and if you have any advice for me in building a capsule wardrobe. If you like this, please give me the thumbs up on YouTube or comment below and just ask me any questions and I will answer them on another video.